Hi everybody, and welcome to Doctor Who Review. I'm your host, Morgan McAvoy, and this episode of Doctor Who Review will be different than the other ones, since I'm not talking about an episode of Doctor Who. I'm talking about the recent announcement that the BBC will be putting Doctor Who out on tender. If you don't know, it's recently been announced that the previously announced Christmas special for Doctor Who has been cancelled, and Russell T Davies and the production company Bad Wolf will no longer be involved with Doctor Who, and the BBC has announced that it will be putting Doctor Who out on tender, which means that other production companies now have the opportunity to bid to produce Doctor Who, while the BBC will still have the rights. Russell T Davies has released his own statement about this news, which you can find on his Instagram. And something that I thought was interesting is that in his statement, Russell said that he never wrote a script for the Christmas special, which I think is strange, since the original announcement that a Christmas special would be happening came out in October, and the news that it was canceled came out in June. So he had a lot of time to write something. So it's weird that he didn't write anything. Now, even though I've still been enjoying Doctor Who, I know that a lot of people haven't. So this news probably doesn't come as a surprise to them, but it also doesn't come as a surprise to me based on how Ncuti Gatwa's last season as the Doctor ended. I mentioned this in my review for Ncuti Gatwa's last episode, but it had been reported that he originally was supposed to do 3 seasons of Doctor Who instead of 2, but since it wasn't known when the 3rd season would start filming, he decided to leave so he would be available for other opportunities, which is completely understandable. But because it was last minute, they didn't have a chance to cast a new Doctor, which is why he regenerated into Billie Piper. Now, since a new production company will end up producing Doctor Who, there's a good chance that 3 storylines that were left unanswered at the end of Ncuti Gatwa's run as the Doctor will stay unanswered. The first one is, since I would imagine the new production company would want to start with a clean slate, we won't see Billie Piper as the Doctor or get an explanation on why Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor regenerated into her. I guess there's always a possibility that we could see Billie Piper as the Doctor in the next episode, and then see her regenerate into the new Doctor, but I doubt it. The second storyline that I'm actually really sad about the possibility of it not continuing is finding out where Rogue is and seeing the Doctor and Rogue reunite. Still, there is also always a possibility that Rogue could come back, but since I really loved the chemistry between Ncuti Gatwa and Jonathan Groff, I'll miss seeing that. But if we do see Rogue again, It'll be interesting to see how he reacts to the Doctor, since the Doctor will look different than the last time Rogue saw him. And the third storyline that I'm really hoping does continue, and out of the three of them, I think has the most possibility to continue, is the Doctor looking for his granddaughter Susan. It was also reported that the original ending of Ncuti Gatwa's last episode was going to be Susan and Poppy watching the Doctor and his friends dancing, and then Susan was going to call Poppy Mom and leave with her, and then the next season was going to be about the Doctor looking for Susan. So in this ending, Poppy would have still been the Doctor's daughter and not just Belinda's. But since they ended up rewriting the ending, that didn't happen. Out of all these scenarios, I really hope the new production team brings back Susan. So because of this news, we'll have to wait longer than we thought until we see another Doctor Who episode. But hopefully the long wait will be worth it, and we will all enjoy the future Doctor Who episodes. Thanks for watching, guys! Let me know in the comments how you feel about the BBC putting Doctor Who on tender. And also let me know what you want to see in the future of Doctor Who. And if you want to see my future Doctor Who reviews, which I will be making whenever Doctor Who comes back, or any of my other future videos, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!